Welcome to the XRP podcast. I'm your host, Andrew, the XRP Maximalist. If you'd like to join me or contribute to the podcast, you can find me on Twitter at XRP Podcast with 2 Ps. This is where you can connect with me directly with suggestions, ideas, or any form of constructive inquiry. Today, the XRP podcast is bringing you a feature focus on a project that is connected to the greater XRP ecosystem called Polysign. Polysign is a company that is focused on powering the worldwide use of digital assets through their development of best-in-class enterprise-grade infrastructure through proprietary private blockchain technology. This technology will enable institutions to secure and transact in digital assets across the capital markets and payment sectors. To understand why this company and this technology is related to XRP, we must delve into its beginnings. Polysign was incorporated on October 17th of 2017 in Oakland, California of the United States. Established by 2 figures, David Schwartz and Arthur Brito, 2 of the 3 engineers who originally began developing the XRP ledger. As previously discussed in Ripple 101 on the XRP podcast, Arthur Brito, after founding Ripple, switched roles to that of an advisor after 2016, and he began a startup in stealth mode, to quote David Schwartz, called Polysign, along with David taking on the role of a board member and advisor at Polysign. The purpose of Polysign is to operate as a hidden platform for institutional grade custody. Polysign, similar to Ripple, began its existence under a different name, Interledger FX. Despite the name, the mission was the same: to tackle the biggest problem facing digital assets, custody. Despite all the innovations and advancements in blockchain technology, there is still an Achilles heel that has yet to be addressed: the issue of cryptographic secret keys. If you are not familiar with a secret key, it's a 12 or 24 word set that unlocks access to all the funds in your digital wallet, as well as the ability to move digital assets around in your cryptocurrency wallet. If a 12 or 24 word phrase or a cryptographic secret key, or just secret key for short, is lost or stolen, the funds can never be recovered. The moment one has your secret key, they can remove or transfer all of your digital assets within seconds, whether NFT, token, or coin. You are not notified by anybody else if somebody has your secret key. Your funds could be anywhere and you won't be aware of who has them. Additionally, through the limitless transaction quantities that you can transfer through blockchains, anything from hundreds of dollars to hundreds of millions could disappear in an instant. That's where Polysign comes in. Polysign's custody solution supports the full spectrum of digital assets, and it's designed to scale to trillions under management for institutions. When Polysign was first operating, it was a stealth company that only provided services under many non-disclosure agreements, many of which still exist today. This is because not only do they provide custody solutions, it's a company that is creating the infrastructure to allow digital assets to be used by the many organizations that operate within our societies today, such as banks, fintech companies, and capital markets. Understand that they are building the foundation for not only themselves, but for all other digital asset and crypto custody platforms to utilize and offer services to others through. As the many nations and institutions within these different countries begin to adopt this technology, naturally, the case of custody will be of the most concern, for this will be the underlying basis for these very same services that these institutions will use to offer products and services to retail markets, commercial markets, and each other. It would be a joke to imagine trusting a bank with your money at the risk of the same bank going insolvent because they had lost or been recipients to theft of a 12-word phrase. Due to this, it will be an inevitable, mandatory problem that must be tackled prior to adoption and not during or after. There's another issue. Digital asset custody must also provide the services that traditional real-world asset custody services offer their institutional customers today. By being able to utilize assets in custody to generate profits. Otherwise, you lose out on the utility that large volumes of assets under management provides. Polysign is familiar with these problems, as it is an organization comprised of world-class experts in both cryptocurrencies and financial services. First, there is the Chief Executive Officer, Jack McDonald. He was previously the CEO of Conifer Financial Services, as well as a former UBS executive, which is a Swiss investment banking company that is the largest private bank in the world. Jack was also inducted into Global Custodians Legends of the Industry. The vice chairman of Polysign is Tim Keeney, who is the retired vice chairman of BNY Mellon. Next is David Schwartz, Chief Technology Officer and Chief Cryptographer at Ripple Labs. The Chief Customer Officer is Antoinette O'Gorman. She was previously CCO at Ripple Labs and former independent consultant at Promontory Financial Group, a global consulting firm that advises on a variety of matters ranging from, but not limited to, regulatory issues, compliance, and cybersecurity. And of course, Arthur Brito, founder of Polysign and co-founder of Ripple Labs, who had grown Ripple from an aspiring startup to a respected entity with over $30 billion in assets in just 5 years from 2012 to 2017 with David Schwartz and Jed McCaleb. Polysign since 2017 has been operating to address the issues with secret keys and custody to solidify themselves as a key player in the adoption of blockchain technology worldwide. They are innovators that have produced a patent-pending security system. This security system provides best-in-class storage, transactions, and payments. This way, not only are assets on all scales, whether referring to assets of an everyday citizen who transacts through digital wallets using real-world assets, CBDCs, and cryptocurrencies, or the assets held by fintechs, financial firms, central banks, and more. All are secured without losing the utility and profitability that the distributed ledger technology and digital assets provide, and eliminating any fears and insecurity. The purpose of distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrencies, and everything that falls under the umbrella of blockchain technology is not to usurp our old organizations and markets. It is to integrate with existing organizations and markets to enhance and enable the evolution and the next generation of our systems and institutions. That's why Polysign, with their team that not only understands both finance and blockchain, but also share strong ties and relationships with existing financial organizations and markets, will not only be able to provide their services, but embrace the highest of standards in a world of digital asset regulation. If you'd like an example of the strides Polysign has made today, look no further than one of its subsidiaries, Standard Custody. Standard Custody and Trust Company, LLC, an institutional-grade custody and settlement platform for digital assets, received a charter status on May 4th of 2021 to operate under New York State banking law as a regulated, qualified custodian. This means a company which is wholly owned by the private company Polysign is legally able to operate as a bank and offer custodial and escrow services for clients seeking to unlock the value of digital assets and open new investment opportunities across the world of decentralized finance. Notably, this is thanks to their security program, which combines proprietary blockchain technology through Polysign, end-to-end encryption, and distributed trust protocols to protect secret keys, all while still enabling investors to buy and sell digital assets directly from custody. Since inception, Polysign has gone through several rounds of funding, with the most recent being in May of 2021, managing to raise $58.5 million in funding, which proves evident that there is a strong support and demand for the services and technology that the organization provides. And as the world competes in the adoption of blockchain technology, the efforts of Polysign will power and secure every venture. Thank you for listening to the XRP podcast. I am your host, Andrew, the XRP Maximalist. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Twitter at XRP Podcast with 2 Ps. References are available in the description. Watch out for the sister episode to this on Standard Custody, the regulated digital asset custodian, Polysign's subsidiary company. As always, this is made with love for and by the XRP community. Thank you and take care.